Cayman Islands is known for its clear ocean water, beautiful beaches, and stunning sunsets, not for its art. But the country's National Gallery on Grand Cayman is trying to change that by educating younger generations of artists and promoting some of its top talent.
The visual arts heritage is relatively young. We had a very, very long-standing craft industry going back hundreds of years. But of course, Cayman was very much a frontier seafaring society until the 1950s. Really carving out a living from the sea, very bare, very hard-working culture, not much time for fine art, visual art pursuits. So in the 1950s, early 60s, when the banking industry really started taking off, we had a lot of people arriving on the shores of Cayman that maybe had fine art training, certainly an interest in the fine arts, and were able to bring skills and materials with them. And really that was the start of our visual arts industry.
The National Gallery was founded in 1996, the country's first building dedicated to art. It's been in its current location for the past year. The gallery has sections for the permanent collection, a sculpture garden, and 2 temporary exhibition spaces. The art ranges from traditional basket weaving to expat abstract artists to local island favorites.
The Native Sons, there's 8 native sons and daughters, and they really were created almost as a reaction to a lot of the work that was being done throughout the 70s and early 80s, which was predominantly watercolor, capturing the beauty of the scenery in Cayman, beaches and landscape. Our premier artist, I'd say, would be Bendel Hides. Bendel had a very large show when we opened this new exhibition. He's based in New York and has been for about 20 years and has international recognition.
Since fine art didn't develop in the Caymans until the 60s, art is not heavily taught in schools. Students get between a half hour to an hour of instruction a week. The National Gallery provides 25 educational programs a week for children and seniors in its education center. The island's past is on display with work by local graphic artist Shane Akar. He calls the show Things That Exist Only in My Fading Memory.
We just started to add buildings that were sort of significant to me. I was here when I was a boy. My father lived here. I used to come and visit him. And there are things that struck memories.
Originally born in Jamaica, Dreddy, as both he and his character is known, creates playful art that he says evokes happiness.
And when people see the Dreddy art, that's one of the senses they take away with them. We also found that people were calling me and going, "What's this building? What's that building?" Oh, I remember the days at the Holiday Inn, which doesn't exist anymore. Is that Dr. Roy's house? Is that Miss Lassie's?
One of the temporary exhibitions here at the National Gallery is called Prayer Canvases by Miss Lassie. She's an island artist who's considered controversial by some because she was self-taught at the age of 62.
Miss Lassie is known as a visionary or outsider artist, and as you can see from the work around me, it could be considered quite naive. Certainly, she's had no formal training, as you can see by the work. But she literally woke up after having a vision and never stopped painting.
Miss Lassie, whose real name is Gladwin Bush, died in 2003 at 89. She didn't just paint on canvas, she painted her house inside and out. And it's now a World Heritage Site, the first in the country.
You've got the images that are very well recognized in the Cayman Islands, images of sort of Job, various crucifixion images. It is a very heavily Christian island, and Miss Lassie came from that cultural background.
At the Cayman Islands National Gallery, I'm Vanessa Yurkevich, reporting for Blue and Artinfo.